Good morning, YouTubers. This is ShallowCross Sports Network, bringing you a new show. Just changed computers and software, so everything was a little shaky here for a few days. But just wanted to do a real quick Tennessee show before the big game at 2:30 today. Uh, the VOls are going to play. As what's going on my ticker there across the ticker is that they're going to play Georgia today without two cornerbacks. Uh, Jamal McCoy as well as Ricky Gibson, and of course Colton Hood and the young freshman Richmond is going to have to play in those positions. And of course they're going to lose McMurray at that star position along with Drew Carter. So they have some options in secondary. The thing that worries me the most is the offensive line. Well, not so much the offensive line, the defensive line, because we have Jackson Moore, he's hurt, as well as Nate Robinson, he's banged up, but he's going to play. And then you got Hobbs is out. He's been out for a while. I don't know when we're going to get him back. So Coach Garner's going to have to really rotate those players through there. He may even have to play some of our bigger defensive ends at the tackle position against Georgia. So we got to be able to win at the point of attack, in the A, B, and C gaps of the defense. In the old school, you want to gap, two gap, and the three gap. We got to win right there. That's where we got to win at. And on the same side of on the offensive side of the ball, we got to be able to protect Aguilar so we can have time to get the ball out. And of course, I know Josh Heupel's going to mix up, and Coach Hazel's going to mix up the offense scheme from what we've been normally doing with Georgia. And if you look at the Ole Miss game and watch some of the film, you see Ole Miss did some things that Georgia wasn't used to actually seeing. And of course, Austin Peay did some things too. Even though they didn't score nothing but 7 points, they did move the ball up and down the field. And so that's one of the things that we're going to have to do. But on another note, the Volunteers are going to have to play exceptionally well on the offensive side of the ball. If you look at the last 3 or 4 series with Georgia, we haven't been able to score more than 17 points. And with that said, that's just my opening. Let's get on into a little bit more details. Okay, so it's a big recruiting weekend for the Volunteers this week. They're going to have a ton of players in. Some 2027 players. Offensive tackle, Princeton, Waffle, 2027 player, David Gabriel Georges, he's running back out of Chattanooga. He's going to be in there. Another player by the name of Malik Howard's going to be there. And then you're looking at Lawrence Britt. And then, of course, Kenneth Simon, that's Simon, that is the Kevin Simon's son. He's going to probably be there at that game. Donovan Moore is another player that they bring into that game. And then of course, a flip target out from West Virginia, Andrew Rogers, a defensive end who played at the same high school that Faison Brandon played at. He's going to be in there visiting today. And then Kennedy Brown, a 5-star, he's going to be in there playing today. And of course, all the guys that we have signed for 2025, 2026, that's Faison Brandon, like I mentioned earlier. Tristan Keys, Wyatt, the kid from Utah, Mose, and then you got the White, the D linebacker out of Jackson, Mississippi, and then Harris, the flip target we got from Auburn, Huntsville, Alabama. He's going to be there today. Jalen Rouse, and the Blair is another guy we flipped from South Carolina, Kamari Blair, and then Gabriel Asunda from Chattanooga, and then Legend Bay, along with the Witten kid, which is Jason Witten's son, linebacker. So they got a big group of players coming in. Sometime later on next week, or I'll probably do a show and break down some of these younger players they're looking at for 2027, and let you know what's going on. But anyway, just get ready for the big game today. I hope Tennessee can win that game. It's been a long time since we won. I think the last time we won against Georgia, I'm thinking it was 2016. So we got to play real good offensive ball and play real good defensive ball to beat Georgia. And our defensive line has to stay in the gaps. Our linebackers has got to stay in stay right there in the gaps and make the tackles. And they got to cover out the backfield. They're going to try to exploit that right off the bat. They're going to try to run some seam routes and some little dump screens with Branch. And it's a big receiver, a big 6'5" receiver out there. They're going to try to get the ball to him also. And so the crossing patterns, deep crossing patterns should be open in the field if our safeties are not doing what they're supposed to do. We can't let them do what Syracuse was able to do and not score. We got to score with them, but we can't let them continue to score with us. And so that's going to be the story of the game today. But anyway, I'll get back with you on another show. This is the ShallowCross Sports Network, the AA. God bless you. We'll see you on the next show.